Alright, so this was recorded during a part where neither of us could speak. I was at the house recording during the daytime, strangely enough, and Vita was in another room, so we were doing a bunch of typing. Mindfiend had found some granite, and we were going to start making a quern. So, he got me to look up the recipe, and we discovered we need to get a chisel. So he had not made a chisel yet, so that's going to be the next step on our step toward getting this quern made here. And as you can see here, Mindfiend has been expanding our little forge area, including making this chest here. And the chest requires nails, requires boards and nails. So the saw was supplied the boards, and making nails out of the ingots allowed him to make the wooden trunk, which is a heck of a lot more full than it is in this time. So yeah, we are moving on along here in our progress up the tech tree. So this time, after playing hot potato for a couple of rounds of tongs, I told him I wanted to have him work on the forge and the anvil and all this time, so that I could record what it looks like from this side, and he was agreeable to that. So eventually he took the tongs and got started on the forge over here. As you see, there is a lot more room where he has moved everything out. Things look much different here from whenever we were working on the saw, and everything was over here behind me, all jammed together, basically where I was standing. He has expanded the forge area, put some walls up around us so that the Bochorns can't shoot us quite as easily while we're here. And he's even put a roof over our head to keep the downpour from quenching the fire pit and the forge and everything. And it's made out of clay shingles. I can only imagine how long that took to construct. Quite a while, I would think. And as you see, he even straightened out the anvil, and it's facing nice and perpendicularly in the block now, instead of being all cattywampus. As he comes walking up here, you'll notice he makes the beginner mistake of moving from his tongs to his hammer in his hand, and discovers the ingot is very hot, as you heard the cries of pain there. So going back to the tongs, he gets it on the anvil, and that's where he chooses to, he's going to make the chisel. So we're going to get to see him hammer away. Look at how much the hot metal lights up the area. As he moves the pixels around. Just so cool. Absolutely fun to watch. I do love the little mini games, the napping games, the smithing games. I'm going to love whenever I get around as wintertime is falling in the game now, and get started on my house and chiseling. Let's watch them quench it. So much fun. Okay. And now it's time to start building the quern, which is what all the chisel making was for, although it will have many, many things to do in the future. And as we've learned, copper chisels are nice, but as soon as you can get moved up in the food chain, like everything else. The metal tools are nice, but man, you don't realize how quickly you run through them. And why you're always needing to find more ore everywhere. So the quern. The quern is going to be 4 granite blocks, and a stick, and the hammer, and the chisel. Arrayed in that fashion there. And I do like the fact that when you put stuff in the construction box there, that you do actually have the tools in there too. I mean, that's a nice compromise at the moment, and that they're wanting to eventually have it so that or almost all the construction is done in world and not in the assembly box here, the work table box. But it's nice that they do require you to have the tools in the box with it while you're using it as kind of a not a shortcut, as an homage to one day you'll be actually working on with the tools themselves. That's not the word I'm looking for either, but by God, I'm sticking to it. And there's the quern. Let him decide where he wants it and how straight he wants it put down as we wait for the downpour to continue. And there we go. Granite quern used for grinding grains and soft rocks. If you need to grind chalk or limestone into lime, this is the thing that you use. If you need to grind spelt into flour, this is the thing that you use. As I say there, our first macerator. Indeed it was. I always loved the macerators and think of it as in Technic, where you use them to grind the ores and double the amount of ores. It doesn't do that, but in the same spirit of everything. Compromise. That's the word I'm looking for. Compromise.
I need to make a new hammer, don't I think, because I think the hammer's durability is wearing down. That's what, when I made the chisel yesterday, I think it's already halfway down.
Oh, look at all the crops growing. Quite nice.
Yeah. You can harvest them if you're
mature.
Yeah, harvest them by all means, yeah.
Another thing is this going to be our cellar?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep, I put the food down there, yes.
Yeah, we're going to have to put a real door on it. That doesn't really count as a door. It needs to be like an airtight door.
Yeah, I know it.
And probably put one here, actually. That'll make the actual cellar a lot smaller.
Okay.
Because they said it has to fit within a 7 by 7 by 7 cube.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay. Growing turnip.
We'll need some nails. Do you want to?
Oops, sorry.
No, okay. Be like that. Do you want to make some nails then, so you can make a door then?
Make a harvest of turnips. Make up your mind.
Oh yeah, okay.
I was doing a little reading on mature carrot. Doing a little reading on
mature carrots. Okay.
Reading on farming and about how you need to make sure you rotate your crops.
Yep. Potassium nitrate and potassium nitrate and.
Yeah, I noticed that potassium is already. Potassium is already low for this one, I guess, because of the carrots growing.
Not just that; it's a case of we put them on. We had to sort of like make do with what we had at the time, and we only had this low fertility soil.
Yeah.
So
Right.
We can increase that by crushing up the bones, which was why I was getting the quern.
Okay. And where do you want me to put the veggies at?
Everything's in the cellar. Unless, well,
Okay.
I suggest you make some food for yourself.
Well, put it in the cellar first. Let's see what we got. Turnip. We already got 31 turnips. Nice. And I've got 3 turnip seeds from that. Oh, no berries yet. All right.
I actually just used them. We had 3 carrots, but I used them.
We got 47 now. Apparently, carrots grow like mad.
Oh, good, because they're much better than was it mushrooms? Mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
I think I put mushrooms with meat, and I already had some turnips with meat. And
Okay.
the actual veggies are much better.
Okay. I've got more turnip seeds and carrot seeds I'll plant.
I spent an hour earlier on sifting through a stack of gravel.
Uh-huh.
So that got us enough to make another 2 ingots.
Nice.
It's nice that they allow for that. It's a case of, well, yeah, if you want to spend an hour sifting gravel, we'll give you enough copper for what you want, because it does. You get about 46 or something like that, or something.
Yeah, so. Good.
I'm wondering whether or not, if we got bees and we bring them back, would they, do anything here? Would they not just shelter in the hive and not do anything?
I don't know. Let's see what we got here. Rain is common. Maybe we can find an area slightly further away where it's like less common or uncommon, or. I mean, it does have to be a certain. It can't be totally dry. But yeah, we'll look.
Do you want to make a skep and then we've got something to put them in? Well, I'm making the.
Do you want me to make an empty or a populated?
Well, if you could make a populated one, that'd save us the trip.
I've got 2 red clay and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 reeds. I've got 5 here.
There's 3 types of clay. We've got the blue, we've got the red, and we've got the fire clay. So it's on the baskets hung up on the wall opposite. So just to.
Where did you find blue clay at?
Just south of us, where the very first trader was, on the far side of the lake, sort of the south side of that lake that he's near. I found that reminds me. I found a trader. We'll actually be walking past him when we go to the bees. So, who is what they call it? I think is he the commodities trader? No, treasure trader. Ephraim the treasure trader. And one of the things he sells is he will sell a temporal gear for 5 rusty gears.
Oh, wow.
And we've got 8 from sifting so far. So you could buy a rusty gear and set your spawn here if you wanted. A temporal gear, because that's how you do it. Isn't it? You buy one and you
and then use it.
Break it on the floor. Yeah. And I got 2 lots of metal parts and a gold nugget, but I don't know what the metal parts are for. Will it tell me? H. Obtained by killing Bell, immobilized. Ingredients for... Oh, they're ingredients for all the fancy equipment. Oh, okay. So you don't melt them down for stuff, you actually use them. Okay? We'll want to take as many flowers as possible over there when we go.
They're not in the area?
I don't know. I don't quite know exactly which trees they're in. I just know roughly where they are.
Okay.
that mod was invaluable because I would not have heard that. I wouldn't have heard it with my hearing.
I was having the same problem because it's like,
What's it called? Buzzwords, is it the mod that
buzzwords.
it basically it's just an accessibility thing where it puts the subtitles up for you so you know they're there.
Exactly. Because I've seen your stuff with your you playing with your whatever you call it. I guess subtitles or something, whatever it's called. Where you're playing and you hear, it's showing water running.
Yeah.
Wind blowing, that kind of thing. Axe hacking,
Yeah, I do have to play with subtitles on for the Minecraft and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if 2 charcoal will be enough to melt the. I'll get the ingot red hot. I think it will.
What are you making?
I'm making a replacement hammer because that hammer's already over halfway worn out. Yep.
I was listening, but I wasn't listening.
Yeah. I put this wall behind them because I thought we could perhaps put the tool racks on here, and then you've got the tools right where you want them. And if we find another wall torch, we could put that on here as well, so the place is permanently lit up. Yeah.
Cool.
Although I do intend on trying to pretty soon now start making a house, which I'll probably make just over that way.
Over the hill.
Basically over towards the lone pine spruce tree that's
okay. The one right back over there.
Yeah, maybe that way.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't know, maybe that's a bit close to that cave, but yeah. And we've not been brave enough to go in a cave yet either. This here, this is basically like a sword mold.
Some people would say brave, some people would say foolish.
Yeah. So you got a melee weapon, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where's the hammer? I need the hammer. No, I don't. What am I doing?
I don't know. You said you were making a hammer.
Yeah, I was making a hammer.
Oh, so there was no need for me to you have to cast?
Yeah, there was no need for me to make the ingot. Oh, stupid me.
Can you melt it down?
Oh no, I can make. I'll turn it into nails. This then. I'll turn this into nails, and we can make the doors for the.
Well, you're a perfect example. And when you got a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
Yep. That is quite true.
How many nails does that make?
4.
That's it. Dang. Glad this thing apparently cooled off real fast. So neat.
I don't think so.
Wait till we get fishing in the game and you have to tie your own flies.
I walk around with my flies under no time.
No wonder you don't catch anything.
No, that's exactly it. Bait's too small. I really enjoy this smithing thing. It's a really nice mechanic.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you go through your hammer very quickly. We've made 3 things, and we're down to a quarter of the hammer.
Well, I wonder how many people actually use copper hammers.
Well, yeah, true.
Copper hammer on a copper anvil, you know.
Yeah.
It's definitely magical. I think I've had more dents in it now than my old Pinto. Oh, wow.
Right, you can make the doors. There's your nails.
I don't think you need nails for doors, do you?
I don't.
I think you just need 6 boards. But I'm sure you'll want to make some more chests eventually. Ooh, you got a bucket. I had seen the bucket.
Oh, well, I needed something to kick.
That's why I was your captain boy. Nails and strips, copper. Cool.
Showing me the door, but it's saying buy it from a vendor. Surely you can make a door.
You can make a door. Solid.
I'm looking at the sleek one because it's got wind.
For instance.
Well, I'm looking at the sleek door pine because it's got the.
Sleek doors you have to buy from vendors. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. Solid doors are the ones that you build.
Oh, right, okay. In that case, then no, you don't need nails for it. What have you made a lot of nails for?
Because you'll be making some more.
Yeah, stick them in the chest. It's fine.
Things eventually.
This is basically our smithing chest, so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you only need 1. I've got 5. You need 6, so you'll have to cut yourself some 1 log and this saw, which is on the tool rack.
All right, and a log.
Logs are in here, in the chest in here. Do you have anything on your person?
Anytime I carry stuff, I get told whenever you watch the video, "Oh my God, all that stuff!" Well, I don't take anything in my inventory anymore. Wonder, can you make a pine door? We'll find out.
Yeah, you can make pine doors, yeah. Actually, you might as well make 2 because you'll get 12 logs for that, for 12 boards with that.
12 boards, wow.
Yeah.
You use too much of it.
Let me put the charcoal back before I walk off with all the charcoal.
Yeah, solid door, pine. You want me to make 2?
Yeah, you might as well.
Okay. The best thing about these doors, they don't fall off.
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to break the door after you come out of it.
It's all right. You owed me one.
I did, yeah. You said the other one's better off downstairs, is it?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, that's what. Funny enough, isn't it? There's a doorway built there for it. It's like somebody almost actually planned that.
Here, boom.
I prefer the other door. I could see through it to see whether there's any monsters outside.
Mm-hmm. Now, I wonder how you tell.
Look at
the cellar.
The way to do it will be to look at the food before you put the door in, and then look at the food after you put the door in and see if it's made any difference at all. I think this cellar works good enough as it is.
Maybe you can look at the thing, the walls, and see if they say insulating. Nothing says insulating.
Why did you know? Where does it say that you can look at the walls and see insulated?
In the wiki under cellar.
Oh, okay.
I read the wiki.
Freak.
Oh, I wonder if it's because it's got a torch in here. It's torch down.
No, man-made light doesn't affect it. Only sunlight affects the cellar.
Render contaminant rock.
Because I tried. Now look at the vegetables. Look at the.
Yeah, I'm looking at the middle one.
And it said how long does it say?
It says store food pair speed, vegetable 0.7, grain 0.47, other 0.9.
No. Just look at the turnip and tell me. Oh, anything stored, and tell me how many days it's. How many days?
Fresh for 146 days.
Right. So I'll put the light in. Has it changed it?
Fresh for 146 days.
Yeah. So the light has no effect on it changing.
Now put the door on.
So, you've got the door.
So
yeah. Now you see if that's made it different from 146 days.
Fresh for 1.5 years.
Oh, there you go then.
Okay.
That made a big difference then.
The brain says you won't live that long.
Wow, that has made a big difference. Yeah, bravo.
All right, so good. We actually have a cellar now.
We could make a small trough so I could begin breeding the chickens. However, it says you put grain in the trough, and it says one grain is one portion. But I don't know how many portions you'd have to make to let them breed. You know. Do you have food on you and a bed?
I do have a bed.
Yeah, well, you need food as well.
Well, I figure I can always
make some. We've got vegetables down there.
I can always just scavenge on the way. That's usually what I do.
Honestly, what sort of survival player are you?
Yeah, very good.
Living off the land.
Living off the land.
Right, okay then.
You could call me a ranger.
You've got your skep. Yeah. Okay.
I have my.
Shall we take some of these flowers? These do they count as flowers? These, Heather?
I don't know. Take a look and see.
Flower. Yes, it says flower on it.
Your fur.
That's one thing we've got plenty of in this valley. Is heather.
Oh, really?
Yep, any flower you want. I think they've all got to be within like 7 blocks of the hive or something like that.
Yeah.
And the more you put, the quicker it will swarm and spread.
Up. Yep.
Yeah. As far as I know.
Yep, I was looking at it. It's like if you put down like 127 or something, they'll swarm in like 2 in-game days.
Oh, right. We've got to be there that long, have we? Okay.
Yeah. I brought some cob in my bed. So I can make me a hidey hole.
Okay. I just usually head for a trader and stand in his truck for the night. Right, I've got 55. I'll collect some more as we go, if we see any.
I've got 22.
You've got 22. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, let's take the prospecting thing.
Okay.
Because we're going to pass some native copper. Some copper on the surface.
Okay. Yeah, I was watching someone prospecting, a couple of videos on prospecting with people going out and going like, okay, I'm going to go 100 blocks over here, make a prospecting thing, now go 100 blocks over here. Okay, now that lets me know I need to go 100 blocks south.
Yeah.
Like, cool. You know what we need to do?
What's that?
Build pathways everywhere we go.
Yeah.
You need to get started on a bridle path.
everything is so expensive, including cobblestone.